Hi everybody, it's Meg from Books Off the Beaten Path, and I have an announcement to make. I finally made 300 subscribers, and I'm just thrilled. I'm just thrilled about that. And I wanted to say thank you to everyone who's been there with me along the way. Jane, Heather, everybody. You know who you are, Pickles, everybody who's been there along the way. Carrie, yes, everybody. But then all the new subscribers too, the ones who've taken a chance on me, the ones who've said, hey, maybe she has something interesting to say. And so let's try to find something interesting to say. Shall we? Let's try. Okay, so I'm going to give you sort of a life update. I'm going to give you a reading update, and I'm going to give you a cross stitch update. So let's start with the cross stitch first, because, you know, I love my stitching, and it is October, and look, I've got the Headless Horseman completely finished, and that coming off, my husband was making fun of this. This is part of a tree. It looks kind of suspicious at the moment, but it is part of a tree. And he's wondering why the horse has no tail. I don't know why the horse has no tail. It's been designed by someone else other than me, so I don't know why the horse has no tail, but the horse has no tail. Okay, so I'll put that up. Then let's talk about what I've been doing lately, or what I haven't been doing lately. I have been writing in my journal quite a bit, but I haven't been writing on Olivet's Library a lot, and I need to get back to that. I also want to start another story. Do you guys ever watch Ghost Adventures, or like a kind of like a Ghostbusters kind of thing with three guys? I would like to write from a male perspective, or see if I can write from a male perspective. I think I can. I don't know, we'll see. But anyway, I have some ideas on that, and it's called The Elemental, and I've read it to you before just a little bit. 0 losses and 4 wins. Yeah, you probably don't remember that, but I did. But I've been writing in my journal quite a bit, and yeah, that's nice. I've been trying to create beautiful thoughts in my journal. I've been trying to really write down beautiful things. I don't know whether I have or not, but no, I have. I really have. I love my journal. And I got some new pencils to go with it. I love gliding a pencil over a piece of paper. Okay, so what have I been reading? Well, Sunday afternoon, while I was waiting for dinner to cook, I read one of the Meg series. I had a lot of these when I was growing up for obvious reasons. People would buy them for me because they were mysteries and they had my name. But I was always sort of a little bit jealous of the Megan here, because the Megan here had beautiful dark hair. And I always wanted to have that. That I thought would just be, where's a good picture of Meg? I'm gonna find a good picture of Meg. This is Meg and The Secret of the Witch's Stairway. I don't know if you can see this one, but there's Meg right there, and she has braids, which my mother never let me have my hair long enough to have braids. I mean, not like she had any weird reason for that. She just didn't want to deal with braids, I guess. I always kind of had short hair. You've seen it long, but you've never seen it braided. But I always wanted to have dark hair just like Meg in the books, because then I could be like Meg in the books. Okay, so I read that, and then I read Silence for the Dead. And this was a Simone St. James, and I normally love Simone St. James, but this one was a little not too crazy about it. It started out really good, and I have to say the romance in it was really good. It was very heartfelt and very sweet, and I really liked the romance in it, but the ghosts in it, yeah. just didn't ring my bell. They were a little too helpful. I don't like a helpful ghost. If I'm going to have a ghost, I want it to scare the pants off me. I don't necessarily want to have a helpful ghost. So there were a couple of attempts at scaring me, but she didn't make it. So Simone, you know how much I love you. I'm going to try, obviously I'll try another one of yours, but this one kind of left me a little bit disappointed, and that would be Silence for the Dead. Okay, so then it's like it's spooky season. I'm not really attached to anything yet. It's also Victober. It's also Occult Detective Month. And so I don't have anything at the moment that fits all of the prompts. I see a lot of people out there reading Trollope, but I have read just about everything Trollope has ever written, and I'm going to show you in one of my upcoming videos my Trollope collection. I don't think I have, but I'm going to show you my Trollope collection because my father and I read Trollope together, and he bought me some beautiful editions of it, and I just kind of want to show off my editions because I'm shallow. I'm not a shallow, but I do want to show them off. So I picked these up from Half Price Books last time I was down there, and this one is Haunted House Stories, and I have a complaint with both of them, and it's the same complaint that I have with both of them. And the complaint is that the list of stories, the stories are listed out, and like I know who M.R. James is, I know who Bram Stoker is, but they don't have the dates listed of when the stories were published or when they came out. And I find that rather disappointing because when I'm reading the story, I want to know what time period it was written in. Yeah, so this one's called Yesterday's Witch, and this is from Ghost Stories, and they have the same issue. They have a lot of, they have another M.R. James, they have Kenneth Grahame, they have Charles Dickens, but they don't have the dates of when the stories were written, and that bugs me. I don't like that. I was thinking about annotating it and writing out in pencil when the stories are written, and I might still do that so that when someone else gets these books, when they move on to wherever they are moved on to, probably, hopefully after I'm dead, because, you know, I don't like to give up books that I love. Then somebody will look and be like, oh, what a nice person. Put when they put the dates when the stories were published. Well, I would like to be that nice person. Because other people have Marginella Mead. You know, they put Marginella in books, and I love that. You know how much I love that. But this would really be helpful. So whoever produced these, 451 Publishing and Kingfisher Publishing, put some freaking dates on there. It just really helps because you're going into it blind. You're going into it blind. Okay, so I've showed you my cross stitch. I've showed you my Meg story. I've showed you the 2 books that I'm reading at the moment. What else can I tell you? Well, on the 30th, hubby turned 59. And he lived through it. He didn't think he was going to live through it. I think 60 is going to be really hard for him. But he turned 59. And this weekend, we're going to Oklahoma City with our friends Rob and Michelle. And we're going to have a little birthday party celebration. We're going to go out to a nice dinner, stay in a nice hotel, do a little shopping. You want to go? You want to go with me? Yeah, come on, go with me. It'll be fun. And we're going to have a great time in OKC. And yeah, I'll just take some video and go to Half Price Books and do whatever hubby wants to do. He doesn't particularly want to go to Half Price Books, but yeah, because my husband he likes these big historical tomes. Like, it kind of reminds me of Heather in that way. Like, he'll get a big book, and it'll be all historical, and it'll be nonfiction and everything like that, and he will read on that book. Yeah, I mean, he likes his fiction. He likes his fiction. He's read all the Dirk Pitt series. He's read all the Rogue Warrior series. I don't know if you guys are familiar with these or not, but he's read them out. And so now he's reading, what is his name? Shelby Foote's Civil War. He's reading Shelby Foote's Civil War. And he gets next to me and pulls out this enormous book in bed and reads from that. But we'll find something for him at Half Price Books. We'll find something that he'll like. And yeah, that's what's been going on with me. And it's October. And my last thought that I want to share with you is I think I'm going to read Wuthering Heights again. I read it in high school, and with the movie coming out, you know, I saw the preview for the movie coming out. I thought it deserved another read. Now, I hated it in high school. I thought it was dull and boring, but so many people love it. I thought, I'm a more mature woman now. Maybe I will not find it dull and boring. Maybe I will find it an interesting study of the psychology of these characters. Or maybe it will be dull and boring. I don't know. But I am thinking about reading it again. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comments. Should I read Wuthering Heights again? Or should I just stick with, read it once, didn't like it, move it on? All right. Well, that's about all I have to say. I'm going to get ready and go to work now. And I love everybody. I'm in a fantastic mood. I hope you guys have a fantastic Wednesday. And I will check you later.